he'll be asking me some details about dfdl. He's gone through my videos on YouTube regarding how to convert a dfdl, that's a flat file, into some other structure such as XML or JSON, and also CSV file. So he knows how to parse the CSV. You can mute yourself and just listen in, or if you're interested, you can ask a few questions.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thanks for joining together. What I did from your video, apart from your video, I did a use case myself, and the use case is on my screen. I've used a sample flat file, which
Before
is
we go to that, can you go back to the previous text file?
so. Which
So
file you are talking, Vishnu?
this one. So do you know what this file is?
It
The
is kind
content
of
is.
a payment message.
There are
Is
different payment messages: edifact, Swift, and others.
it is Swift MT202.
All right, cool.
So I was searching on a web. I found this is a more complex structure. An edifact from Explorer, edifact or COBOL copybook. Those are, I feel that
You should
after
not be
doing the
creating
exercise,
Guru, you should not be creating DFDLs for COBOL copybooks and edifact and Swift structures. You should be using the features of the tool to do the conversion. You should not be manually creating those fields. So if you're using the COBOL copybook file, CPY file, there's a video on YouTube where you can use that and convert that into a DFDL structure. That's already there. Next, for edifact, and for edifact, I have published a video on YouTube where I refer to the structures created by IBM. So there's a GitHub page where IBM has created a few DFDL files, and they have exposed that. HL7 is one of the uh, DFDLs given to us by IBM, and that's available in GitHub. So when if you want to work with Swift, if you want to work with edifact, if you want to work with uh, HL7, you should refer the files from GitHub and not create your own.
okay. Okay, this is MT202 message, a Swift message.
Okay.
Okay, I want to convert into create a DFDL structure with this tags, header, and the body. Hope
Okay.
you both are aware of a Swift structure. Number
Yeah.
one, number one, and number two, number three are headers, application, user, and text identifier. But number four is the body, and number five is the trailer. And one of the IBM website I was website I was referring. So I was using this one as a reference. Number one, number two, number three, four headers, all the blocks, and then within number four is the text block where actual payload will be, and which has a tags like this 20, 32A, and 72A. These are the examples. And then proper structured format of MT202 is something like this. This is the whole body of a payload of a MT202. And first three are the headers. So what I was trying, instead of starting with the whole message to construct a DFDL, I was using this one as a sample.
Line by line, is it?
Yeah, just taking this one. If I was able to pass or not, I tried.
Okay.
This is the DFDL I tried. And Swift is a complex type. Swift MT202 is a complex type, has a head root tag and body. I want to construct the value, this one, into ref number, transaction reference number. Okay.
All right.
And for the
So from the data, when you look at the line, you see colon as the separator or the
Yeah,
delimiter.
yeah. For this tag, colon is the delimiter. See, body colon is the separator, and
Okay.
initiator I've taken it as a control uh,
New
line
line
reference, and
character.
as indicated here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then
Right.
separator is a colon, and then for root one and the header part, I've used these as a reference. When I use this flower parenthesis here, I'm getting an error. So it's throwing an error that it is not a proper reference. See,
Okay.
so what I did, I did,
That would
I
be a special character in DFDL. So what you have to do is you have to find what the escape character is and use that, or there is a XML or HTML version that you can put, such as ampersand. Then the value would be 325, for example, for that character, and then a semicolon. And initiator, you're getting an error. So take
no, no,
away the
no,
initiator.
no, Vishnu, just I messed it up because we are not here using a flower bracket, isn't it? I'm having a colon.
Uh-huh.
So I want to pass this colon first
Okay.
as a group in a header.
All right.
So colon is equivalent for colon is is
58.
so name of the tag is number 20. Let me have clear write it down. Name of the tag is transaction reference number. Tag 20, it represents a
Okay.
transaction reference number.
Create a field called transaction reference number.
Yeah, transaction reference number. I've created this one.
Okay. And now create one more field called data. Now change the sample value to 20. No, not for that. For transaction reference number, put the value 20. And for data, copy and paste that value. When we try to create a DFDL, the intention is to parse the data.
Mm-hmm.
We should first serialize the data and see if our DFDL has the proper rules enabled in it to do the parsing. So you have to go in reverse. So
Okay.
our intention is to parse, but what we'll do is we'll do serialization uh, on 10 times and fix the rules that we create. Now click on create logical instance.
Can you just, I'm sorry, to ask you one question. You mean serializing the data? You mean aligning the XML structure format, or?
Go to notepad, I'll show that to you. Go to the other text file. Yeah, this one. So consider line number 19 to line number 38 as the parsed DFDL value that you see in IIB tree structure. So when
Yeah,
you go to IIB's runtime and you give the lines 1 to 15, you expect to get line 20 to line 30,
yeah.
right? So line 20 to line 30 is the parsed data. Line 1 to 15 is the actual binary data that's in Swift form. When you want to convert from 1 to 20, from the binary to the parsed value, you should create DFDL in reverse order. So your intention is parsing, but you should serialize. So serialization is consider that you have line number 20, work with line number 20 and try to convert that into line number 1.
Okay.
So consider that you already have parsed IIB structures
Hmm.
in DFDL, in XML, in tree structure. Consider that you already have that. And
Okay.
then try to create serialized form of it. It is a
Okay.
binary form. Let's
Makes
go
sense.
to the toolkit and let's click on the parse uh, create logical instance button. That's at the top right side.
Create logical instant. It has some error. Why it is? Initiator. Okay. Got it. Create logical instance.
Yeah, that's your DFDL's message. So the values that you see on your right is the XML form of a parsed DFDL structure.
Okay.
Now you have 20 and you have data. These are the sample values that you have given, which the tool has used to create this Swift MT202 message. Now click on test serialize model, the second one. Create from logical instance. Not that. Click on the first option. Yes. Click on OK. Now you get some value printed here. What are the, we see multiple mistakes in this. We see that the value has taken itself as a text and not as a ASCII 58. Ampersand hash 58 was supposed to be one single character. Now that's a problem. That's a mistake. Now the second one is CRL. That's also not getting printed properly. And then here's your file. It's over here. When you click on this button, it will take you to that file. And then I'll open the file with XML editor. Go to source, find my placeholder ABCD. And paste the value here. So in XML, we were expecting that ampersand hash 58 semicolon gets saved, but instead it was saving like this.
Okay.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me change that as well. Next, what else is there? No, that's fixed. Now let's go to the next one, which is CRLF. NL is a short form of CRLF.
Okay.
NL means new line.
Okay.
We go back, we check if the values are modified, and then we create a logical instance. So logical instance is created, then we create a serialized model. In serialization, we see the characters are populated properly. Number 58 is converted into that character. That's proper. And after that, you see a new line. So this is the repository shared by IBM. Are there any files within this?
No, there's the one link.
ETL schemas for Swift Financial available as part of API Connect Enterprise solution. So Swift Financial Messages DFDL Edition Support Pack IAMB.
Yeah,
Yeah, you will have to click on that.
we have to buy the support pack for Swift empty messages conversion. It is a fee based.
Yes, you have to buy that. If your organization has would have already purchased enterprise license for ACE. So for your organization, this would come free of cost. There would be something called as a passport advantage. You'll have to log in with your organization's passport advantage, username and password, or you'll have to go to the admin who has that passport advantage. Usually it will be somebody in what is that? The person who install these softwares. Person who has access to the fixed packs will also have access to the support packs.
Okay.
You log in with their credentials, or you tell them you need this support pack. They will download it and give it to you.
And then we have to, uh, I don't know about the organization, so I'll check with them how to do that.
Okay, now we
And
can do it on our own.
yeah, once we have that support pack, so we have to up, update to our toolkit, and then
No,
I
no, you'll have to download the support pack. When you download it, you will get XSD files. You remember my video about edifact files, where I
yeah.
downloaded edifact and there was a library created, and using that library, I did the conversion. So Swift also will be on the same format.
So is that the so easy to do that, or how it is?
Open. I thought that you had my video or the files. Go to YouTube and open that edifact video. Type in C code to block CODE to BLOG space edifact space edifact. The second one. Click on one. Code is available in GitHub. Let's look at the video. You can mute the video and I'll explain. Let me request control. Okay. Mute. One, two, three. So here you see something called as IBM EDI format.
Yeah.
So these are the XSD files, and there are two libraries that you get with this: edifact common and edifact something else. Let's look for that. And you would have content and fields like this: USB content, section 1, segment group 2, segment group 3, segment group 4. Auto is acknowledgement is one of the segments, and I have explained about one of them: USH, USA, and it ends with the USZ.
Okay.
Next, UNA and UNB are the initiators. UNA is optional. So you will always have a UNB interchange header. Similar to Swift, they have separators, initiators, delimiters, and then the data content. So I've shown here how you can create a logical instance and then create the serialized form. And UNZ is the interchange trailer. That's the last element in the artifact. Next. Okay. Now I'll open the GitHub repository.
I have
This is
your repository downloaded in my Eclipse.
so all the content which is relevant to IIB, ACE, WMB will be available in this first one repository. Anything related to Mule ESB you have here. AWS, where I try to convert IIB code into AWS Lambda functions in Java, Node.js, and API Connect is on the last. So you can have some examples about how to create a product, how to create APIs in API Connect tool. The code will be available in this repository. Java code related to Spring Boot struts and API calls and many other things are available here. So let's go to this one API. And what do we need? We need edifact do3b and edifact common. So as you said, you have these files. I'll go to your toolkit and
Now
open
you
the file
open
from
the
there.
explode. Okay.
Oh, is it? Okay. You can open it and close the
Okay.
MQ and you can take back the controls.
Yeah. Thank you.
There are two kinds of files for edifact, which I have given here as a sample. First one is an invoice file. And the second one is an order file. As you said, 202 MT in Swift, that's one kind of a format. There are many other formats in Swift. So in edifact, these are the two examples that I've given. Let me open the invoice file first. This contains UNA, UNB, UNH, so on. And the type is given as invoice. Next, let's look at orders. Orders does not have UNA in it. It has UNB, and on UNH segment, you see the value orders. If you're a retail organization and let's say you're one shopping mall giant and you want to make some orders to your supply chain or some inventory, you can use these structures. These are cross company structures. So you can use the same structures to send an invoice from India to US or some other one company to the other company. Even though they are using IIB or they are not using IIB, it does not matter.
Okay.
So we'll go pick up this file and do the schema. Since we are using interchange in this example, I'll provide the name of the file, that is invoice interchange. Next, interchange is the message that I want to do the conversion.
Yeah, it's passed successfully.
So these fields are converted. So when you get a support pack from IBM, you will either get a library like what you see on the left.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shared library. There are two kinds, shared and static.
Yeah.
You will either get a library like this, or if you do not get a library like that, you might get the schema files in a folder. A zip folder will be provided to you, and you will have to import the XSD files and create a library or create an application, whatever is your preference.
Okay, and then publish the input message and parse that model.
Correct. So now what did I do? I had a data file like this, invoice underscore UNA, and I have this schema files like this. That is edifact supply chain messages. I don't have to do any coding. But so you're getting the value 20, and is it 21 also populating? Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it is populating.
And now now you're getting CRLF as the prefix value. We'll do it as a postfix or infix. Change the sequence. I'm moving my mouse.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay.
Go ahead and change the click on sequence and change CRLF from an infix to a prefix to a infix. It's a separator. You'll have to expand the separator and see infix value in it. Not here, the other sequence, yes. Expand and separator, prefix, change that to postfix or infix. Postfix indicates that it will be at the end. Infix indicates that it will be in between. So you can choose anything, doesn't matter. So we got these two lines properly. Let's go to the other line now from the notepad. So line number 4 and line number 5 can be done in the same way, isn't it?
Yes, it can be, but here then line number 5 has a tricky one.
Comma.
No, yes, it is comma separated, and this is the representation of line number 9 here, 35.
Okay.
Line number 9,
So
32A
tell
represents
me
three values.
how it is identifying those three values.
Identifying is the first highlighted one is a date, month, year, and then currency, and then transaction value, which is it is a decimal one. It is a numerator one. Sorry, not numerator. It is a non-decimal. It is a decimal. So it is represented as like this.
100,000.50.
Yeah.
All right. So we will try to do the conversion for that. The way that we'll do it will not be exactly like the value that you see in the XML. It will not exactly be like this. It will be like 180913 for date. It will be USD for the currency, and the amount will have a comma in it. So the next conversions will have to be done later. So you need a conversion from DDMMYY to DDMYYYY
YYYYMMDD.
DD. So that conversion will be done later. So first we'll focus on parsing.
What happened?
So you have three fields. So create that group called, what is it, value. Create a field called value.
Okay, before that 13C is there. Let me create that
Okay, go ahead with that.
element time indication. Time indication, and then value is, and then the separator initiator is colon 13C colon, yeah, save, and then another one is another element value. Oh, where is this window gone?
Click on serialize again, and then there will be maximize button. Yeah, I see the maximize button. Yeah, that one. Just reset your perspective. Window, click on window and say reset perspective. It's below. Yes.
Twenty 21 13C. This one is
Okay.
also coming. Yeah, 13C is coming properly.
Now add initiator for the next line. Before we add initiator, we'll change the delim separator from a delimited value to a fixed length value. We see how that can be done. Length kind change it to explicit and provide the length. So the first 8 characters are date, YYMMDD.
Yeah.
The next 3 characters are currency code. Click on length, say explicit, expand, and set the value to 3. Next amount. Click on that and say you can separate this as a 7 to 3,
I think the
4, 5,
amount, the
6.
current amount will be varying, isn't it, per transaction? It's not a static one, isn't it?
Okay.
So probably you have to look onto the representation. Is it a text or do we have any option on text?
All right. In that case, we will change this into a anonymous value, or we'll leave it as delimited. We'll leave it as delimited.
Yeah,
We'll not set a length for this. It can take 2 characters or 10 characters or whatever number of characters comes there. So
exactly.
let's do conversion, create a logical instance. And from the logical instance, let's do a serialization.
Yeah.
Get 32C, and the values are proper in serialized form. How about in parsed form and field?
Yes.
Understood. There will
Yes.
be a, you have to create a group like that.
Oh, okay.
This is a demo project, we don't have to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So like what we created for value, we have to create it one
Correct.
more parent element.
You have to create one for sender group and one for receiver group. You'll have to use flower bracket as the initiator and close flower bracket as the terminator.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, now let's
So for the field one, I have to define the terminator. Where is this called?
hmm. No need to. Oh yeah, that terminator would
Terminator.
be correct. Close flower bracket would be the terminator.
Yes.
So what you need to do is you can delete that. Yes, not so close flower bracket. Use enter. See if you get an error. If you get an error, and in that case,
Yeah,
use
we
a
have
backslash.
to this
No,
one.
no, no, not required. If you get an error, then you do a replace. Otherwise, not required.
Okay, it is not erroring out.
Change
Then
the name from field 1 to ZDR 0. Yes, that's it. Now, see if we can create a logical instance and pass it.
yeah, I can create that. Just to serialize. Okay, the backslash is coming out, comma and then backslash.
I think you have used a comma as the sequence separate. Click on sequence and let's see what the value properties are. Empty to header. Do you see a comma as the delimiter somewhere?
I'm just checking. Yeah, here.
Yeah, take that out. And another problem is about the backslash.
Yeah,
As I told you, we will not focus on that now.
yeah,
To replace that, put some placeholder, not placeholder, escape character there, and then the problem with the floor bracket would go away. Yeah, looks good now.
I think here we
Let's move.
need to have a new line.
Add a terminator. Not now, not here. Add a terminator at sequence. Click on sequence and then add a terminator. Not zeros, yeah, over there. Yes, percentage CR, semicolon, percentage LF, semicolon. Save and test.
Yeah, the one is coming and closing. Okay, I will construct these under tag 4. This is the tag 4. I'll do that. I'll do the rest of the one, and this one also I'll construct similar to that. One last
All right.
question, Vishnu. This 20 and all these tags comes under tag 4. So for this one, the body uh, has to start with 4 colon
Initiator as
initiator.
4 and terminator would be a flower bracket.
Okay, the terminator would be flower one. Okay.
And they would be under a group. So the group is called Swift body.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Vishnu.
All right then.
Thank you very much.